I think the exciting part of ANEW is that we are preparing people for a career. A lot of what ANEW does is around economic justice. We are helping women, people of color, Black Americans get jobs that allow them to provide for their families. In a lot of cases, the people who come through our program have never had a support system. They've never had somebody there telling them, you can do this. They've often been told they're a failure. These are people coming out of incarceration. These are people who've dropped out of high school or dropped out of other programs. A lot of what we do is build their self-confidence, and we do that by treating them like they are our family. At ANEW, we really have 4 different sets of programming that we do. One is providing pre-apprenticeship program. One is providing career exploration, really exposing people to pathways in construction. We also have the Apprenticeship Opportunity Project, which is providing support service for people. And then we have the Rise Up program, which is about diversity and equity in construction and how that can change the culture of construction to be more inviting and welcoming to people of color and women that are outside the norm of the usual construction industry. The mainstay of our programming is an 11-week pre-apprenticeship program. It provides hands-on training. It provides exploration of different construction careers. It provides some math training, and then it also provides physical fitness and career exploration throughout apprenticeship programs. So they go on tours, they go on job sites, they get to go experience what it's going to be like when they get out in the field. After that, we do provide placement assistance to help get them into apprenticeship, and we follow them for 2 years, providing any kind of support they might need during that time period to help make sure that they're successful. I think part of ANEW's success is we are making sure that by the time they complete our program, they can meet the minimum qualifications for any apprenticeship they want to get into. So whether that's the electricians, which have a higher math qualification, to the iron workers that have a much higher physical qualification. Whatever they want to get into, we're going to make sure that they can exceed that minimum testing before they graduate. We talk a lot to our clients about being very open to what trade they go into. A lot of times they come in and they think, I want to be a carpenter or I want to be an electrician because those are the ones they know about. But there are so many other available opportunities in construction. Eventually, they will just click with the trade that is right for them, the one that they fall in love with and want to do for the rest of their lives. It's not just our staff, but it's all the partners that we have out there that are letting us come tour their facilities, that are providing donations so that we can build things. So everybody comes together to achieve the goal of making sure people have opportunities. So if you're someone who's looking for a career in the construction industry, we would love to help you. Feel free to visit our website. We look forward to connecting with you soon.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Karen Dove, and I'm the Executive Director of ANEW. I am truly honored and humbled to lead this incredible organization. I can honestly say that I've never worked with such an incredible group of employees, board members, and partners in my whole career. I feel truly blessed. I first want to thank my staff. I tell everyone all the time how great they are, and I truly mean it. They are the backbone of ANEW, and we wouldn't be successful without every single one of them. They inspire me every single day. I also want to thank my board members who always support me and the organization at every turn. They are always promoting ANEW and connecting us to new people, organizations, and opportunities. Last, I want to take a little time to thank those organizations that have already committed over $10,000. We have Vulcan, who has committed $45,000. The Washington State Building Trades and Hoffman Construction have both donated $25,000. GLY donated $16,500. Turner Construction and Western Washington Sheet Metal JATC both donated $15,000, and Clark Construction and MLK Labor Council donated $10,000 each. Thank you so much for those large donations. We greatly appreciate them, and they will help us next year with several cohorts. Later on in the program, Megan will be recognizing more of the donors, so stay tuned. We are going to start tonight with a look back. On December 1st, 1980, Rose Lincoln, Katie Alexander, Charles Bailey, Nancy ANEW, Vanna Ishimura, Arthur Bolton, Richard Hutchinson, and James Lydon, and I apologize if I got your pronunciation wrong, filed the paperwork to create apprenticeship and non-traditional employment for women, a corporation organized to recruit and prepare women for entry into non-traditional employment, particularly apprenticeable occupations. We owe a debt of gratitude to these 8 individuals who saw the need 40 years ago and took action. Without them, we wouldn't be celebrating today. So thank you so much to those great visionaries who started this organization. I am so grateful for your vision. As a tribute to our past, we will now hear from one of ANEW's early graduates, Margot Hain-Bell. Margot and her friends from Oklahoma got in touch with ANEW this year in an attempt to start an ANEW program down in Oklahoma. She was one of our graduates from 1981. We are also going to hear from a woman who forged her own path through history as a carpenter in Washington State. I don't think there is much that Melinda Nichols hasn't done. She entered carpentry apprenticeship in 1973. She applied for over 100 positions before she was accepted into her first job. She got her journey level card in 77, worked as a carpenter for 11 years. She's been ANEW's instructor and our ED. She also was a member of the Washington State Apprenticeship and Training Council for 22 years. She's a giant on whose shoulders we stand. She's a mentor and she's a friend. So we'll hear from these people next in some videos.
Hi, I'm Margot. I'm a graduate of the ANEW program from way back in the day. When I got out of high school, even though I'd been raised by a college professor, I knew I wasn't headed to college. Restaurant work was what I did. I floundered around in that for some time until one day an electrician friend took me along to wire a house. I realized I could do the work and he recognized my ability. He suggested I apply for an electrical apprenticeship, which I did for 3 years and got denied each year. Then I heard about the ANEW program and I enrolled in that. When I graduated from that, I possessed the skills to present myself for that electrical apprenticeship. I got a job as an electrical helper, and then my next application for the apprenticeship was accepted. I completed my 4-year apprenticeship. My contractor made me a foreman. I continued to work in the trade for 15 years, only setting down my tools when I was 7.5 months pregnant with my daughter. I later was able to get a job as an electrical inspector with the city of Tulsa. I was the first female building trades inspector and was later promoted as a supervisor over inspectors. I couldn't have access to any of that without the skills and confidence that the ANEW program provided me. I was able to support a family, purchase a home, and now my pension pays for my house payment. I now live in Oklahoma and I work in law enforcement. Oklahoma incarcerates more women than any other state. We are trying to bring ANEW to Tulsa County so that we can help to break that cycle of poverty and incarceration. Please consider investing in ANEW. I think it's a game changer for women.
Hi, my name is Melinda Nichols. I've been involved with ANEW for 40 years. I've been a carpenter in the state of Washington, the first woman through a registered apprenticeship starting in 1972. And when I found out about ANEW, it was about 1980. I was so excited. I couldn't believe there was such a wonderful organization. And I went to them and said, I want to be a teacher. And I became a teacher for the ANEW program in the construction industry in 1981 through 1986. And I was a carpenter for many years before that, but working with pre-apprentices and working with women to get them into the construction industry in the state of Washington was so important. When I was an apprentice, I didn't see any women on any jobs, and I had been on an apprentice for 4 years. So After that, I moved on and did other things in the construction-related industry. I eventually became a member of the Washington State Apprenticeship and Training Council as their first woman, and I was there for 22 years. In the year 2000, I was a loaned executive, and I ran the program for ANEW for about a year and a half, and it was wonderful to be there. Right now, ANEW is the longest continuously running pre-apprenticeship for women in the United States. I couldn't be more proud to be connected with ANEW. We need to be a long-running, strengthened program. We have tried for grants, we've tried for money, we've tried for getting these things done for the entire time period, for the 40 years. And I think that any dollar we can get is really important for the women who are looking to get a better career for themselves and for their families. We have many women who have children, and being a great role model by being a construction worker is a wonderful thing for the family, and it gives them enough money and support so that they can raise their family comfortably. I would urge for support for the ANEW program. I couldn't be prouder of any program than ANEW, and I really hope that you feel the same way.
Welcome, everyone. I am Megan Clark, the Development Director for ANEW. We are so thrilled that you could join us tonight to wrap up our week of giving. Our auction is still live until Saturday evening around midnight, and we have some amazing items that have been donated by local businesses and handcrafted by our Last Women's cohort and staff members. So be sure to check it out and start bidding. I'm sure you need some items for your home. A QR code can be found at the bottom left of your screen. You can either scan it on your phone or text the word ANEW through your phone. The first 25 $100 donors will receive a beautiful bottle of special labeled wine sent directly to you. As of tonight, we're only $20,000 away from hitting our goal. And we are sincerely appreciative of the support that we've received so far from our contractors, unions, apprenticeships, community organizations, and all the individual giving that's happened so far. Now we're going to go hear from Cece, our instructor for our TRP Kent training location, and she's going to be talking about the Women in Apprenticeship Day.
Hi, I'm Cece Collins, the ANEW instructor. Last week we celebrated Women in Apprenticeship Day. My experience in a trade as an apprentice, it wasn't easy, but going through a pre-apprenticeship program, it mentally, physically got me ready. And everything my instructor taught me, I took it and ran with it. I really appreciate what pre-apprenticeship program did for me. So at a point in my life, I wanted to give back and help pre-apprenticeship students. I've seen a lot of women come through this program to start a high-paying career. It's life-changing. And for all the women that are thinking about getting into construction, you can do it. Thank you for your support and being here tonight. If you haven't already, please consider donating to this life-changing program.
Our alumni are the best way to tell our story and the successes that we've had from all of our classes. Once the students leave our program and start the journey into their careers, retention for us is one of the most important factors in their success out in the industry. We want to make sure that all the apprentices that enter their craft journey out and stay working in their field. We do several check-ins with them, and they know they can always reach back out to us for assistance. Leilana Barentes is a journey operating engineer that graduated our program in 2014 and is currently working on the Climate Pledge arena. Montroy Caldwell is an apprentice in the plumbers and pipe fitters, and he is currently working for Craftsman Plumbing. Natalie King is our most recent graduate, and she is working as a first-term apprentice with the Cement Masons, Local 528, on the Convention Center project. You'll now hear these videos and their testimony as to how their experience was through our training program and after they graduated, and now how it is working out in the field.
Hi, I'm Natalie King. I'm 30 years old, and before joining the ANEW program, I spent 3 years in prison, which is actually where I heard about the program at. I got out of prison and I was a single mother and decided to get my life going, and I wanted to pursue a career in the trade, so I started my pre-apprenticeship, and now I'm working at the Washington State Convention Center, one of the biggest jobs in Seattle. And ANEW definitely changed my life. Without the instructors and the teachers there, I don't think I'd be where I'm at today. And we need people like you to donate so more people and more women can join the program and have a career in the trades.
Hi, this is Montori Caldwell, graduate of cohort 14. We did the PACE program. I did that for 2 months, graduated. I gotta say it's one of the best programs that I've ever taken. And the people there teach you hard work ethic and to always be ready to step up to the plate and deliver on the job sites wherever you go to. So the best thing that I think that one of the instructors there taught us was to move with the purpose. And that means like anytime that you're going to go grab a material or you're going to go do something, make sure that when you're going to do it, you do it at a pace that shows that you actually want to be there in the position that you're given the opportunity to grab. I can't stress enough how PACE has deeply impacted my life on an individual basis, because not only did it get me in work shape, it got me in shape mentally to be prepared for the challenges that were going to come inside of the world and the work field. So if you take anything away from PACE, take the good hard work ethic that they teach, because you can go a long ways with just good work ethic. And the instructors there, they're really there to just not just help you, but coach you and be there in your corner and push you to do more and go further. And just dig in and get all that you can out of the program. And it might suck sometimes getting up in the mornings and doing those workouts, but believe me, when you get up in the morning and you go to a job site and you're out working a lot of the guys that's in there, that's been there for a long time, you start to see where that good work ethic that PACE is preaching and putting down to you really pays off. I'm very appreciative to the people that were also in the office with PACE as well though too, because they made sure that there was resources available to individuals like myself and other individuals in the program that came from various walks of life and had different opportunities that were presented to them in their life that led them to doing things that they've done to make them dissatisfied and want more and want to be better and be able to provide for a family. If you're a contractor or you're a union, I strongly encourage you to work with the ANEW. They have some of the best people that are in the field right now.
My name is Leilana Barrientes, and I am a journeyman operator with Local 302. Before construction, I was working customer service jobs, sometimes 2 or 3 jobs at a time to support my family. I found the ANEW program through a friend, and it was a life-changing experience. ANEW helped me obtain my driver's license. They also helped me not only get mentally fit, but physically fit, and prepared me to enter into the construction trades. I began my journey as a laborer, and through there I learned about the job site, and I seen what operators do, and that was just my calling. And ever since then, I've completely loved everything that I've done. I'm in my 7th year, I'm loving it, and I'm here now working on the Climate Pledge Arena, which is a full circle because I remember coming here as a child watching the game. So to be able to build my city is a great honor. Without support and donations from people like you, people like me aren't able to fulfill their dreams and be successful and end up on jobs like these.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'm Stella with ANEW. I'm the ANEW's Director of Programs. I'm going to give you some program updates. We currently run 3 programs under the apprenticeship preparation model with L&I. That's the Trades Rotation Program, PACE, and Construction Boot Camp. We serve local communities, rural areas, and Green Hills School, a juvenile rehabilitation center of incarcerated youth. In the past 3 years, we have serviced over 576 students. What does that mean? It means that our students go into apprenticeship careers that earn family wages and contributes about $6.8 million a year to Washington's economy. Something that we can celebrate not only on our 40th year, but each year as we continue to serve our community and train those into family wage careers. Retaining these individuals takes a village. One of the programs that ANEW offers is our Apprenticeship Opportunity Project. Through this program, we offer our apprentices employment navigation and barrier removal with financial support services. These type of services help with tools, work clothes, boots, union dues, you name it, anything to keep you working and earning money that you should for you and your family. ANEW also knows how important it is to provide these livable wages and different pathways. So we also serve our in-school youth through our career exploration program called Youth Exploration. We have served over 100 students so far, and we can't express how many students come back and want to take our pre-apprenticeship programs and look at construction as a way to enjoy themselves and make really good wages for the future. We also know that with serving the community, we had to shift the culture of construction to be more inclusive and of diverse populations. Rise Up, which stands for Respect, Inclusion, Safety, and Equity, is a program that was created in partnership with the City of Seattle and Sound Transit. This training focuses on topics such as bystander intervention and job site expectations by recognizing inappropriate behaviors and words that affect and detract productivity and safety. Our work here isn't done. And as you can see, training contributes in so many ways. Thank you all for your continued support and welcome to those who are new supporters. And we appreciate you all.
So we'd like to thank again our corporate union apprenticeship donors throughout this entire event. So it's been a few months of planning and reaching out to our partners, and they've really shown up, and we really, really appreciate that. We want to remind you of the QR code for the $100 donations. The first 25 will receive a pretty cool bottle of wine with a special label on it. But I wanted to go through really quickly also and list out some of the other donors that we received to help us reach almost our goal. So Hermanson and the Women of Hermanson for $5,000, Lise Crutcher Lewis for $5,000, Hensel Phelps for $5,000, Puget Sound JATC for $5,000, Howard S. Wright for $5,000, IABW Local 46 for $3,000, the Washington State Convention Center for $5,000, the Washington State Labor Council for $2,500, the Seattle Building Trades for $2,500, the Seattle Mariners for $2,500, the Puget Sound Regional Council of Carpenters for $2,500, Sheet Metal Workers Local Union 6, their membership for $2,500, Prime Electric for $2,500, Mortensen for $2,500, Walsh Construction for $1,500, AGC of Washington $1,000, Apollo Mechanical for $1,000, CITC for $1,000, Cement Masons for $500, the Walsh Group $250, and the Roofers Local 54 $200. Next, we're pleased to premiere our testimonial video about how pre-apprenticeship programs are leading to rewarding careers. During the video, you're going to see people coming from all different walks of life to join our training programs and succeed out in the construction industry.
I was looking at everything as a convict and criminal. And it was hard for me to see anything other than that in that way. And so one of the first things that I learned through the instructor who, knew my situation, he was like, hey, look, man, you're not a convict and criminal more. You're a tradesman. And now every time I go around looking at I see a wall or a building, and I say, hey, wait up, I know how that's done. I'm looking to see if things are plumb, level. And yeah, I'm starting to see things as a tradesman. Before I got into ANEW, I was serving a 13-year sentence in prison. And about 3 months prior to my release, I heard about training through ANEW, and the people in prison connected me with ANEW. And a week after I got out, I started up the training.
I was working for a nonprofit organization. I was a program coordinator at the time, making $15 an hour, single parent of 2 daughters. So I'm like, okay, this is just not cutting it. And so a friend of mine was like, hey, we should try to get into construction. There's this program called ANEW, you should try it. And I'm like, construction? Like, I'm like 130, like little. I didn't feel like construction was for me, just from all the stereotypes of what construction was and who does construction.
I had gone to barber school and worked in offices, done food, worked as a grocery store clerk, everything you could possibly imagine, but nothing ever stuck, nothing lasted. And as I got older and I became more of an adult and I found myself in a really sticky situation with 2 kids, and then I saw my friend accelerating in construction, I realized this is a possibility.
What was great about it was that we coached each other on, we cheered each other on, we wanted everybody to be successful in the program. There's people that didn't have license, there's people that needed their GED, there's people that just needed gas to get to and from, and so they were really supportive, helped us get work clothes and everything. They really are with you every step of the way.
Early on, safety was stressed a lot, and being on time, every day show up to work. And then after that, then you started earning your right to learn. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because they make you earn it. You gotta take a UA, you gotta do math, you gotta take tests.
There was a lot of hands-on training with forklift and OSHA and CPR and first aid. And so we left with a lot of certifications that put us ahead in our trades, which was really good. And they were able to really buckle down what was necessary for us to be successful and then implement that into our program.
There's this camaraderie that you get going on, and which is cool, and it gives you kind of a sense of what's ahead.
Just getting together with other women that were trying to get into a new career or just trying to get into the trades, it was actually like family coming together. We were all there for one common goal, which was to win, to get through this program and to get out here and get on these job sites and show the men that women are here and we can do this too.
I'm able to go places, visit family, travel, and get paid. Yeah, it feels really good, and there's a lot more change in store for myself, and I'm hoping to implement that same change into others, and so that, like I said, we can not only build structures, but we can build people.
One of the things I told my son when we lived in a car together was that I promised that there's going to be a day where you can always turn a corner and have the same door to unlock for the rest of your life, and construction has made that possible for me. And it wouldn't have been without ANEW that I was able to take those steps to get to that place.
I never thought in a million years I'd be doing construction, and now I'm actually starting my own business in construction. People are here for you, you know what I mean? So just don't hesitate to ask and get into a pre-apprenticeship.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Miller, and I'm the Director of Marketing and Outreach here at ANEW. We'd like to spend a few minutes highlighting the ways in which your donations will actually impact someone's life. We often donate to organizations without really getting a sense of what the money is being put towards or who it is helping. Again, we appreciate any amount of contribution that you're able to make, as it all adds up to the impacts on the list that we're about to share. Starting with $150, that buys an apprentice a pair of work boots. Many who come through our program have never owned or had to spend money on work boots. For those of you who are not familiar with our pre-apprenticeship programs, it's an unpaid program, so people don't have a lot of money coming out and when they're ready to start their apprenticeships. $200 allows one of our clients to earn their GED if they don't have a high school diploma, which is a requirement to get into an apprenticeship and would normally be an expense that they would have to pay. $300 covers an average cost transportation for one student to get to and from our pre-apprenticeship class every day for 11 weeks. This is often another barrier for many of our students.
Some have cars but aren't able to afford gas, some have to take the bus, and some rely on others for rides. $1,500 pays for a pre-apprenticeship's industry certification course, which there are 3 that we offer in our pre-apprenticeship class: OSHA 10, flagging, and forklift. $3,000 covers all of the supplies and materials for our 11-week pre-apprenticeship class. Building materials, now that we have a requirement for masks and disposable gloves to keep people safe from COVID-19, that's all covered there. $5,000, that covers the average cost of a student going through our pre-apprenticeship class. Normally in our class, we have about 25 students. And then $45,000 sponsors an average 4-week construction boot camp, which is the shorter version of our pre-apprenticeship class. $90,000 finally sponsors an average 11-week pre-apprenticeship class in its entirety. Again, all the dollars and cents donated tonight add up to covering what you see on this list. So any way that you can help would certainly be appreciated. Text to donate or use the QR code at the bottom of the screen. And now we'll move on to our virtual awards ceremony, recognizing those in our industry who have made a commitment to changing lives.
Helping to improve diversity and inclusion on all job sites is one of ANEW's key missions and has been for the last 40 years. 2 job sites were nominated for this award: the Climate Pledge Arena and the Hobson Place Apartments, both located in Seattle, Washington. It was a tough decision, but both job sites clearly valued diversity and inclusion by employing a diverse workforce where everyone is respected and upholds equitable practices on a daily basis. We were proud to announce that this award goes to Hobson Place Apartments. Walsh Construction is building the Hobson Place Apartments for the Downtown Emergency Service Center. Walsh feels that this project is deserving of ANEW's Inclusive Job Site Award for a variety of reasons. For the first time in our history, we are proud to share that over half of our project management team is women, BIPOC, or LGBT, with representation of 6 out of 9 positions. Other trade areas under Walsh and RDF that have diverse representation include one of the labor foremans, weather resistive barrier foremans and crew, and most of the concrete crew. It should be noted that the Walsh team is matched by a women-dominated design team: principal, associate, light design, and landscaping design, owner development, consultant, and construction manager. Finally, the North Face project has exceeded Seattle Office of Housing's goals around minority and women hiring by achieving 19% participation in the following trades: demolition, plumbing, scaffolding, drywall, signage, waterproofing, and final cleaning, with an additional representation amongst the ranks of our subcontractors in landscaping, siding, WRB, concrete, and framing. The North project also achieved a 13% apprentice participation rate. South phase is too early in the construction to be able to report the final numbers. Aside from this representation, however, it is the value embraced by job sites leadership and disseminated through all levels of the project which makes this project a worthwhile nominee for this award. This job is one of our best performing projects and is due to our high level of trust, support, development, collaboration that shows up every day. Congratulations once more to the Hobson Place Apartments job site. Keep up the great work.
Hi, my name is Angela Hould and I'm a project manager for Walsh Construction on the DESC Hobson Place project.
And I'm Juanita McLaughlin, also a project manager here at the Hobson Place project.
We just wanted to say thank you so much to ANEW for the award of the most inclusive job site. We're so thrilled. We've worked with ANEW for I think almost a decade now. It's a great relationship, and we just really appreciate the visibility that we get to have for this awesome job site and team.
This team really embodies Walsh's values. We're fun, talented, diverse, and professional, and we come to work every day with an awesome attitude, ready to do our clients' work. We couldn't do it without the support and encouragement and mentorship from our leaders at Walsh, so we're really thankful.
We also couldn't do it without the rest of our team. We'd like to give a little shout out to our owner, DESC, our architect and design team, Runberg Architecture, and our construction consultant, Lotus. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
We received 2 fantastic nominations for the Best Place to Work. We'd like to acknowledge A&R Solar and Mechanical Contractors Association of Western Washington. Our recipient of our Best Place to Work award goes above and beyond to foster an inclusive and respectful workplace. We're looking for an employer where employees are empowered to contribute and make decisions, and the employer takes ownership in the success of their employees. We are proud to present this award to the Mechanical Contractors Association of Western Washington. The MCA of Western Washington is an active, engaged association of the finest mechanical contractors in the region. They represent many small to large mechanical contractors from McDonnell Miller to Auburn Mechanical, and together they are a collective of active employers who want and expect the best of their entire workforce in education, safety, legislative, and labor relations matters. In fact, the MCAAWW leadership, Ed Comers and Robin Cowper, have devoted time every year to directly instruct in contract structure, leadership, and communication, as well as personal finance management. One of their primary instructors, Leah Gutman, worked with us to develop our part-time instructor training program, which has prepared new instructors for the last 2 years. Ed Comers represents management on the Washington State Apprenticeship Trading Council, which requires a deep commitment to upholding the structure and standards of registered programs. Ed is a tireless advocate of talent. He sees potential in all people and works hard to protect systems that make it possible for all persons to advance. Both Ed and Robin have actively, personally supported Washington Women in Trades, and MCAWW has sponsored many of their outreach and recognition events. Additionally, both have participated in the Seattle area pipe trades mock interview events, which have been a conduit for pre-apprentices to meet and learn from current apprentices about SAPT interviews and hands-on testing. The MCAWW committees have vetted and supported the SAPT curriculum as we've moved into a block training model. Additionally, SAPT instructors have participated in MCAWW conferences and workshops to improve their own content delivery, particularly in soft skills content. For example, several lead instructors have been through the MCAWW's Fierce Conversations training. This model has helped instructors not only to engage authentically with apprentices, but teach those apprentices how to navigate conflict resolution and communication issues. As Heather Winfrey quotes, as a coordinator who did not come up through the tools, but from workforce development, colleges, and pre-apprenticeship, I had a preconceived notion about management-labor relationships. When I came to Seattle Pipe Trades in 2016, I knew I made the right life-changing decision. In that time frame, we launched several initiatives with MCAWW that has helped up nearly quadruple the number of women and people of color entering and staying in our program. Congratulations on behalf of all of us at ANEW.
Hello, hey, thank you to ANEW and everybody who's associated with ANEW. I'm Ed Comers, the Executive Director of the Mechanical Contractors Association of Western Washington. And it is a real personal privilege for me to accept this award from ANEW. Here at MCA Western Washington, we think the world of ANEW and what they've done, the approach that they've taken, everything that they've been through, the result that they actually have. So this is a big privilege for us. I am accepting it on behalf of all of our members, well over 50 mechanical contractor member firms in our area who support the culture that we have and everything that's been done in our community to help support this effort. So on behalf of all of our members at MCA of Western Washington, thank you very much to everybody at ANEW.
We received 3 outstanding nominations for our Rising Star Award. We'd like to acknowledge Erica Cunningham of Walsh Construction, Patty Ramirez Fox from Hermanson Company, and Ed Monroe from GLY Construction. The Rising Star Award goes to a tradesperson in the industry whose work strongly advocates for the training and success of future or current women and/or BIPOC apprentices entering the construction trades. We are excited to announce that the award goes to Patty Ramirez Fox of Hermanson Company. Driven by concern to provide for her infant son, Patty Ramirez Fox began her journey to find a livable wage job with the IBEW Local 46. Discouraged to find more than 400 would-be electricians in line ahead of her, Local 46 recommended she contact ANEW, a pre-apprenticeship program focusing on placing women and BIPOC in the trades. ANEW introduced Patty to several career options to pursue, and after selecting sheet metal, Patty went through a 12-week pre-apprenticeship program that taught her the basic skills she needed to apply for Local 66. Now, as a second-year apprentice, Patty is a vital member of Hermanson Sheet Metal team at Climate Pledge Arena project leading the Trimble layout. Patty is someone I can really trust to get the work done. Her demeanor, self-reliance, and desire to master the craft make her a great example of a young woman coming up in the trades, says Hermanson foreman Mike Cranes. And Patty takes her position as a role model seriously. The arena job is the first where I've seen other women of color working. I want to do my part and lead by example to show that despite your background or circumstances, you can succeed in the trades. Patty does not shy away from sharing her background, one that included poor choices in her youth that led to a criminal background record, dropping out of high school, and an abusive marriage. The trades allowed me to pursue a career and not be defined by my past. I have worked so hard, and at the age of 23, I was able to purchase a house, so my son and I have a permanent home, says Patty. As she works through her apprenticeship, she regularly encourages other women to continue their own apprenticeships. Patty aspires to become one of the first Latina foremen and hold an officer position in our local so she can work on policies and programs to encourage more women of color to enter the trades. In addition to Patty's current supervisor, 3 of her previous foremen rated her as a rock star, including Zach Kinglet, Vanessa Carmen, and Dan Copisano. Patty does take her craft seriously. When she was struggling with her welding skills, instead of just getting by, she advocated for herself and began to take welding classes at night. Patty is involved in the Women of Hermanson group and attends every meeting she possibly can so that she can help and support women and BIPOC on the job sites. Congratulations, Patty. We are so proud that you are a new graduate and you're able to receive this award this evening. Best of luck to you in the future.
Hi, my name is Patricia Ramirez Fox. I'm a third-year apprentice at Local 66 Sheet Metal Workers. I would like to say thank you to ANEW for giving me this opportunity to join the trades. I would like to say thank you to Vanessa Carmen and the Women's Committee for nominating me. I would like to say thank you to Hermanson for recognizing my hard work. And I would like to say to everybody else who would like to join the trades to not give up. It is a great opportunity, and I'm so blessed. I've been able to provide for my son and have a good life. Thank you, everyone.
Last week, we graduated cohort 111, and here are some of their stories.
For ANEW, I was currently incarcerated. I worked 2 full-time jobs to get to Seattle, Washington to be a part of the cohort 111 class at ANEW. ANEW has given me the mindset, the skill set, the knowledge, the endurance, the confidence, and I'm so determined and confident today where I'm at to be a part of the Local 86 Ironworkers. After ANEW, I plan on being in a field, with a current wage, not minimum wage, a living wage, and your support of ANEW will help change someone's life. Donate today.
Hi, my name is Latika, and before ANEW, I was at Food Services of America. I was there for about 2 years. I was a program sales account specialist, and I really loved my job until the company sold. Once the company sold, I was back at WorkSource, and I had to look for another job. I was tired of working dead-end jobs. I've worked retail. I've made it up to supervisor positions there, and they never really went anywhere. I've had warehouse jobs, and I was just looking for something new. My counselor at WorkSource, she suggested ANEW, and I decided to give it a try. I'm a hard worker, so I was pretty confident that I would excel in the program, and once I got here, I love it here. So. The biggest takeaway for me is probably the physical fitness portion. We're not getting any younger, and I just reached 30 in February. And just to be able to get up and be active and just, it's changing my life for the better. I'm actually going vegan because of this program. I make sure to drink my water every day. I feel myself gaining a lot of energy. I do have 2 small children, so it does feel nice to have that energy back and be able to be active and take care of your business every day. And getting up early, that's a good aspect of the program as well. So where I see myself in the future, I do see myself in a better situation than I am now. When I started the program and since COVID hit, I pretty much lost my house, lost my car, lost my job, had to struggle with childcare and daycare due to all the schools being closed. So where I see myself in the future, especially after this program, I see myself saving up money for emergency situations. I also see myself back on track to purchasing a house. I see myself in a brand new car. I see my children with their separate rooms. You know, they're getting older and they're 5 years apart, so they really want their own rooms. And I see myself being able to afford that. Also saving up money for their future as far as college and just making better choices. I would like to thank everyone in this program, Cece, Jamie, Ryan, for help pushing us and not letting us slack off and just giving us that courage to keep moving forward and letting us know that we are capable and able to do it. Without you guys, a lot of us probably wouldn't have made it. I also would like to thank my parents for, helping me with the kids so that I can complete this program and understanding that I'm trying to do something better with my life by completing this program. Also, I want to thank my counselor at WorkSource because without her, I would have never known about this program. And I feel like by her putting that bug in my ear, it's pushing me to be a better me.
All right, everyone, I hope you're having a good time. Welcome back. I hope you're having fun bidding on some auction items, as long as you're not outbidding me. Thank you again so much for joining us. I know we're competing with the Seahawks, but the good news is they're winning, I hear. So don't worry, you can join the game here in just a minute. Thanks so much for everyone who've donated so far. We are so close to our goal and so many of you are donating, and I'm just, again, very grateful to every single one of you. I want to take a minute just to talk about some of the things that are happening for ANEW in 2021. Our pre-apprenticeship programs in King County will all be held now at our Kent training facility. Both our female-only cohorts and our co-ed cohorts will be located in Kent. In addition, we are expanding our 4-week boot camp programs. We're excited to be moving to Tacoma and all the way down to Thurston County, and we're talking to people in the Tri-Cities, and maybe we'll even get down to Oklahoma, so stay tuned. We're excited about all the opportunities that we have to help more women and people of color enter apprenticeship. We are also partnering with Seattle Public Schools. They've passed a new student and community workforce agreement and so they are expanding pre-apprenticeship at the high school level. We are excited at the opportunity to get youth exposed to construction careers. The construction industry should be a first choice career, and we want our youth to know that the construction industry is a great, rewarding career. Our Rise Up program that Stella talked about, a respectful workplace program, has been getting rave reviews. This program was created with the industry for the industry, and we believe that it will contribute to a positive shift in the culture of construction. We are expanding down to Oregon shortly and maybe even out to Boston. We are so excited to be promoting our Rise Up program and promoting respect, inclusion, safety, and equity in the construction trades. Last, we continue to provide retention and support services for first and second year apprentices to ensure they are able to stay in their apprenticeship program. It might be a car repair, a utility bill, or a rent bill when they're laid off, maybe childcare. ANEW can help with any of those barriers to make sure that women and people of color are staying in their apprenticeship. We want women and people of color's completion rate to be the same as white men. Without all of you, we couldn't help so many people. So thank you so much for your support. I truly am humbled by all of your support that you have given us over the last few weeks. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to Megan to finish us out. Thank you and good luck tonight with the Seahawks.
All right. So as we wrap things up, we want to say just a big thank you. Wrapping up our live event and our week of giving, whether it's been $5 or $45 or $45,000, the level of support and partnership we have and reminded of has been overwhelming. We would not be able to continue to do this necessary, rewarding good work without our contracting partners, the unions, the apprenticeships, our community partners, our educators, the building trades, and all of our alumni. ANEW and our board members want to say a final thank you to everyone who has tuned in, donated, has bid on our auction items, has used the QR code down below, and participated in our events that we had lined up during the week. Big thanks to Arsenal Gaming, James Owens, we really appreciate you. Those that tuned in for trivia, it's overwhelming to see the support that we've had during this week. ANEW is proud to celebrate 40 years of continued pre-apprenticeship training, and we're ready to grow. We look forward to another 40 years. Lastly, our ANEW staff would like to thank our Executive Director, Karen Dove. Without her and her commitment every day to the overall success and growth of ANEW and all of our staff, I'm gonna cry, sorry, the dedication and the trust that she has and all of her staff members, we would not be able to continue to deliver the training outcomes that we do and show up every day and put all of our hard work into this. So a big thank you. So thank you again to all of our donors, all the texting, all the give butters, the auction items. We really appreciate it. And we continue to, move forward and look to 2021. Despite COVID, we will continue to make adjustments and pivot and focus on our students and our staff members and all of our community partners and job sites. We hope you have a great holiday season, however that looks in your home. And again, thank you so much for your support.